Brothers and sisters, I just want to start off and say that I love the fact that we're doing these videos. Simon, this was a very, very, very good idea. Okay, so challenges. What's something that we can do to change society? Stop drinking bottled water. Just stop. I've decided personally that I will stop drinking all prepackaged bottled water. The bottles themselves are hardly ever recycled. It leads to tons of just unnecessary plastic waste. We have tap water. That's fine. For those of us who live in Louisiana, there's water all around us. We don't need to be flying in, traveling in, water from other places. We have water. Like California, they need as much water as they get, and they're putting it in bottles and shipping it out. Prepackaged bottled water, I think, bespeaks the worst aspects of American consumerism. So stop. Roxanne. 3 major life goals. I love the idea of having like 3 big life goals, and I've had to think about this for a little while. My friend Tony and I actually talked for a very long time about major life goals, and he actually told me to take those life goals, you know, those big life goals, and then double them. So, for where I am in my life right now, here are my 3 major life goals, in no particular order. Run a half marathon. If I double this, then that means that I'm going to have to run a whole marathon. Work on Star Wars Episode 7. I mean, if I were to double that, I guess that would mean work on Star Wars Episode 14. Win a major film festival. If I were to double this, that would, I guess, mean win an Academy Award. This goal is the single most driving goal in my life right now. Pretty much every day I'm thinking about the steps that I need to do in order to one day create a piece of work that would be good enough to even merit that kind of recognition. And it's hard. I think it's also really important to concentrate on micro steps, little tiny steps that you can take every day in order to achieve these goals. It's just like lots of little everydays. Every day, just edit, go for a run, and edit more. Because then one day, the goal is just going to be there, but that day is going to be just another day. You know, it's not like this phantom area in our lives. I'm going to piggyback off of Roxanne's challenge and challenge all of you to take a concrete step towards achieving one of those goals before you make your next video. Aaron, give us a challenge. I gotta know what they're gonna be like. For these videos, I've kind of personally set out to talk about things that I've never talked to any of you about before. And since all of you guys live out of town, none of you were able to attend the screening for... anyways, last Friday night, we had our cast and crew screening for Does God Hear Robots Pray? It went really well. Incredibly positive response. People found it to be pretty emotional, and a couple people cried, which, to be perfectly honest, was my goal the whole time. But getting to that point, I mean, it was kind of insane. The composer didn't want to see the movie at all until we had picture lock. Picture lock is that moment in a motion picture's lifespan where all of the edit points are final and nothing will change from there on out. So since we had reshoots and we wanted to submit to the New Orleans Film Festival on the 10th, he only had 10 days with this movie. I showed it to him. We had an 8-hour meeting about the movie. So for the next 10 days, I would go over every night and sit with him for about 2 hours and just listen to things he had worked on, try to work through new things, and by the end of it, he made an incredible piece of work. He told me that it's his best work of all time. Jeez. I didn't get the final music until 2 p.m. that day, though. So, like, it's this mad rush to get not only a super compressed version to upload to the internet for the film festival submissions, but also I had to make a version for the screening. Our script supervisor was working at Second Line Stages and got us one of the screening rooms. Really nice. Big ass screen. I mean, it was like A-class treatment. But while I'm getting ready for the screening and uploading the video online to withoutabox.com, the internet craps out. Like dead. And it's like, what? Luckily, the composer just lives 2 blocks away from me, so I run over there. I'm wearing like a tie, and I was way overdressed for being 100 degrees outside. I'm like sweating, get over to his house and start to upload. But then the screening's about to start, and I have to be there. If it uploads before midnight, hooray! If it doesn't, So there I was before the screening at Second Line Studios, and all the cast, they're like, "Hey, Steven, you know, it's so nice to see you. How's it going?" And I'm just like, I'm not gonna make the deadline. I'm not gonna make the deadline. But we have the screening, it's great, people enjoyed it and whatnot. And afterwards, they're like, "Oh, you know, go out to drinks," and they look at me and they're like, "Oh no, Steven, you're not invited. You have to go finish submitting this." So I run back. I don't actually run, I'm driving. It's like 5 miles away. To Kevin's house. It had uploaded, transcoded, everything was set. I had typed up all my cover letters. This is the best movie you will ever watch. We should have been golden. I entered my payment information. Lots of credit card numbers. I clicked send, and it went white. It just didn't register. Nothing. It just wouldn't accept my credit card. Luckily, I have a Chase account, and that worked. So up until the last minute, it was like cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger after cliffhanger of this entire project trying to meet this deadline. But we made it! New Orleans Film Festival, Austin Film Festival, Brooklyn Film Festival, Atlanta Film Festival. Who's next? There are a couple little things that we want to adjust and fix, but after that, I'll be able to show you guys. This short film has been taking up most of my time for the past 8 months, and it's pretty much over now. Yay! Yay! What am I going to do with my life? I don't know! But tomorrow, I'm going to Disney World. And Aaron, I'll see you there.